What's up guys, this is Gainz Gaming. Today we are going over the season retrospect to go over the stats of our KVK, and then I have to go back to the old graphics, which honestly the new graphics have kind of grown on me. I do like it a little bit more, so it will be weird to go back to the old graphics and not have this anymore, but that would be another adjustment, and then obviously then the update's going to come and it's going to be a new adjustment again, so we'll see how that goes. But first of all, let's go over a couple leaderboards. For example, the Expedition leaderboard, see where we ranked in Honor, Coalition, Camp, all that kind of good stuff. So first of all, Honor roll, I did not push Honor whatsoever. I did some barb training, but obviously not a ton. 148,000 Honor, ranked 217. Coalition, re-ranked number 3, so third place there. Overall Camp, again, number 3. If we go down to Alliance, we were ranked 13 because we had basically nothing. So nothing too crazy there. This is the season accolades. I love seeing this because it really shows you who had the most healing, the most kills, and the most deaths. And I love that they added this into here. So let's go ahead and see if we ranked on these leaderboards. So first of all, healing leaderboard. So first of all, we have Alleluia. So he actually migrated already. So he didn't even stay until the end of KVK. But he was number 1 with 154 million units healed. This does not include T1 units either, which is kind of crazy. Con and Charlie representing for 1079 with over 100 million healed units, which is crazy. We can go ahead and check out the top 10 here. 65 million was the top 10. I did not even rank on this list. We go all the way down to the top 100, still 32 million healed units. So to see where we rank amongst that. But if we go ahead back to the Alliance, we were the number 1 alliance for healing. So that means we took the most Sev wounds in the entire KVK. 1568 took number 2 with about 400 million less units healed. And then number 3, 3202 with more than half healed than what 1079 had. So it's kind of crazy seeing the differences between these kingdoms and kind of seeing who actually took the brunt of the damage, which obviously 1079 and 1568 took the most damage in this KVK. Then likewise, if you go by kingdom, you can see again 3.7 billion units healed for 1079, which is just crazy. So the resource cost for 1079 was just absolutely astronomical. Now if we go over to the kill leaderboard, I actually ranked number 50 here. So I did rank in the top 50 for kills, not rank in the top 100 for healing. So I'm pretty happy with that, with just over 60 million units killed, which is phenomenal. Number 1, Alleluia, again, 198 million kills. Carl with 146 million, which is crazy. And then we have MK with 134 million, so 1568 definitely representing here. Then if we scroll down, we can see a couple people from 1079 representing. If we take a look at the top 10, Khan cracking that list with over 100 million. So the top 8, all over 100 million kills. I ranked at number 50 with just over 60 million. Let's go ahead and take a look at what the top 100 looked like. Number 100 was 42.8 million kills. So, obviously still a lot of kills regardless of where you landed on this list, but kind of cool that I did rank in the top 50. Now, if we go to the Alliance, we ranked number 2. So what does this tell us if we had 4 million units killed and we had 3.4 million healed? Well, we traded positive. However, we haven't looked at the deaths yet, so we don't know that yet, but we did have less kills than 1568. So what does that also tell us? That 1568 was trading far better than we were. And I would probably attribute that more to their fight against our allies rather than their fight in Kingsland against us. Because if we go ahead and look at Earth Camp, we can see Earth Camp significantly lower on this list compared to Water Camp against us. So I would say that 1568 probably got a really good trade fighting against Earth Camp, and then probably more of an even trade against us in Kingsland, because I feel like up until the end, trades were pretty decent, but once we get to the deaths, you'll see where we actually ran out of steam. Now, if we go to the kingdom stats, it's going to be pretty similar. Fire Camp with 4.7, almost 4.8 billion kills. And then we are at 4.3 billion kills. So a little bit more of a gap there between our two kingdoms. If we go ahead and take a look at the rest of the kingdoms here, you can see the lowest kingdom was 655 million kills, which is just so low. Nothing against them, but it's just not a very active kingdom there in Water Camp in 1164. Now, if we go to the death leaderboard, we can actually see my farms representing, because I actually did migrate my farms and I had to lower the power, so I did have to kill off a lot of troops. So I do have a couple farms in this top 10 list. I did kill off some troops during KVK on them, but it was not 6 million units. I wish it was, but it was not. But we can see Keat with almost 13 million dead troops, and I know that his are going to be mostly T5 because he is a mostly T5 player. Alleluia, again, top 3. Just crazy how much contribution he had, and it's crazy that he even migrated before KVK even ended, even though they won KVK. But Go ahead to the alliance. So we were the #1 alliance in deaths as well. So again, what does that tell us? We were taking a lot of deads. In King's Lane, we were taking a lot of deads. And that is ultimately what lost us the KVK, is that we just ran out of troops, and that was the death of us. If we go on to the kingdom stats, you can see 393 million deads compared to Water Camp with 313, compared to Fire Camp with 310. And then Earth Camp actually did represent quite a bit of deads here as well. Even though their kills did not match up what you would expect, they did have a lot of contribution with deaths, which I definitely appreciate. Now, one of my favorite things to look at is the season retrospect. This is a really cool thing they added, which is basically just a book looking at all your previous KVKs. Obviously not all of them, just through like mid 2023. But let's go ahead and take a look at our last one here. This is my first time looking at this too, so we're walking through this together. So since this has been created, we've done this 5 times. So I killed 62 million units, more than 99% of other governors. A day of death. The Lost Kingdom will never forget 8-3 when your troops destroyed 19.5 million enemy units. That's crazy. Now, if we keep going here, hero dies but once. I believe 8-3 was like the first day of King's Land 2. That's when I streamed for like 8 hours. So we healed 31.2 million units, and we killed off about 3.5 million units. Now, if you remember that leaderboard for the top 100, like 32 million was the number 100 rank, I believe, if I remember correctly. So I was like just on the cusp of the top 100 in healing. But if you remember, I did kill about 62 million units. So I had twice as many kills as I had heals. So that means I traded about a 2-to-1 ratio, which I will definitely take. Now, if we go on here, looking at barbarians, I defeated 8,808 barbarian troops and 402 barbarian forts. So like I said, I did do some training, not an absolute ton, but I was trying to make barbarian forts a priority there as well. On to for the alliance. So we killed just over 4 billion enemy units, ranking number 2. And then we built 335 alliance flags and destroyed 106 alliance flags. So not too shabby. We killed 4.4 billion enemy units, again, ranking number 2. We healed 3.8 billion units, ranking number 1, and a total of 403 million units of our troops were killed, which ranks number 1 in the Lost Kingdom. So I really like this because it really just breaks down everything that you saw in the other stats here, and just an easier way to understand, like basically like a book. So I do enjoy seeing that. And then if we look at the Path of Greatness, so I have not collected these yet, so these are all the rewards that we're getting after KVK. So it's actually not a whole lot. So Camp controlled 1 circle at the end of the event and killed 5 million units. So we get, 3 million food, 3 million wood, some stone, and 15 hours of speed up. So basically nothing there. Individual, we get 2 of these iconic crystals. We get 2 formation choice chests, some sovereign keys, some other keys, some resources. Really nothing too extreme there, really low rewards actually, especially since like I have so many of those crystals I can't even use right now. I have 6 now, so we'll have to see what to do with that. And then if we go into our mail here, I don't think I've collected these yet. Nope. So we got a Pioneer's reward. So this gave us 500 gems, 2 material choice chests, 24 hours of speed ups, 5 crystal keys for just playing in the Pioneer KVK of having the new graphics. We did rank number 3 in the Heroic Anthem Coalition rank. So we get 3 gold heads from that, plus 15 hours of speed ups. And if we go ahead here, we ranked number 3 in camp ranking. So this doesn't really give a whole lot. We ranked 218 in the honor. So that gives us another 2 gold heads and 10 hours of speed ups. So really not a whole lot. I'm going to claim these so that these don't get conflated with the other ones. So overall, we got 25 hours of speed ups here, 15 hours here, 2 material choice chests, 15 legendary sculptures, about a little over a day worth of speed ups, some resources, 500 gems, and some more keys. So really not that many rewards for losing KVK. Obviously, you get a lot more rewards as you go throughout KVK, just, completing stuff, killing enemies, all that kind of stuff. So most of the rewards you're going to get is during KVK, which is why people typically migrate. However, we do have to take a look at the inscription shop. So I do have 12 conquest coins, so I'll be able to buy something in the shop here, whatever I want. I'm not really sure what I'm going to get yet. Obviously, I can't get the limited, but I will be able to buy one of these non-limited items. Usually I go for robust, but I might have to think about what I want to get here and see if I want to get something else. I have to see what all I have, because I think every single piece I have has an inscription on it. So it makes it a little bit more difficult to add something on there, right? And then combat shop, I have 680,000 of these coins. So, I'll have to find what I want to do here. Plus I have all these conquest coins. So I do need to figure out if I am going to make a 6th set of gear, what do I want to do? Because I might start buying some of these KVK shop items. So let me know what you guys think down below what I should do, if I should buy those or if I should go back to the different set pieces that I currently do. I have also debated buying these out, which I feel like that's a good value, but I haven't decided that yet if I'm going to be investing in some of these as well, because I want to be able to upgrade those eventually. And these are pretty hard to get over the course of time. So I want to make sure I buy those if I need to. But huge shout out to our enemies again. I did make a full recap video about a week and a half ago if you want to check that out. I'm excited for the next KVK. I really hope we don't do any skips so we can just go straight into another KVK. I can use up my resources and get right back into the fun. So I appreciate you guys watching the video. If you have not seen the video of me recapping the KVK or my other video talking about how many kills each commander got and how many resources I spent throughout this KVK, feel free to check out those videos on my page, and I'll see you guys in the next video.